to the first episode of the KacyC Show, your lead to excel. This is your host, Kacy, with my belief in the 3Ds: determination, dedication, and diligence.
And this is your host Rita, and I like to keep my heels, head, and standards high, which literally means the head, which never looks down, the heels, which make me watch my steps, and the standards, which make me believe in the impossible. So invest in your skin. It is going to represent you for a very, very long time.
Wow, yes. And today, everybody, we are going to talk about skincare is essential and makeup is a choice. The importance of healthy looking, beautiful skin. And as you've heard, today we are precisely going to talk about the skincare with our two very special, distinguished, qualified individuals. First, on my right hand side, I have Dr. Masarrat Nargis. And next to Mr. Masarrat Nargis is her very respectable, loved partner, Imran Hijazi. Welcome, both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Dr. Masarrat, beauty is skin deep. You yourself are so beautiful.
Thank you.
And above that, I can see one thing is that, which I often think, being a lady myself, when I see you so beautiful, I often think, how does she do it? What is that she does with her skin that she's looking so extremely elegant? So Dr. Masarrat, could you please first tell us about your qualifications as being a doctor?
I did my MBBS from Karachi, Pakistan, from Sindh Medical College. And then I did, after doing the house job, I did my diploma in practical dermatology from Cardiff, England. And then I did a couple of courses from American Association of Aesthetic Medicine related to laser, Botox, fillers, and IPL. And then after moving here in Canada, I did the laser courses from Canada as well, and the medical aesthetic related courses as well.
So aesthetics, it's quite a tough word to say too, but I like the word aesthetics. What is aesthetics basically?
Aesthetic basically is taking care of your skin and going for some medical or non-medical grade treatments to make you look beautiful, to make your skin look beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah.
So Dr. Imran, aesthetics means, what do you think what aesthetics is?
Kacy, to me it means the excellence in skincare.
I love that word, excellence. Why? Because our show slogan itself is your lead to excel. So this is the excellence in beauty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow, Dr. Masarrat, I love hearing that, and thank you very much, Imran, for adding that up in here. Okay, so your international qualifications, Dr. Masarrat, why did you have to really do those?
Just to go ahead, go forward, and to learn new things, and to do different things. I wasn't very much interested in aesthetics, laser, IPL, and different kind of skin peelings. So that's why, just to improve myself, I did all the international courses.
Wow.
And especially for Canadian environment, it was important for me to get the certification from here to work as a laser and medical aestheticians.
Wow, did you hear that? Her education, she's a doctor from Pakistan, am I correct? Please correct me on that. Plus you've got your international education, and that is from England.
Yeah, it's diploma in practical dermatology.
Oh, wow, so you have the diploma, and then overall and above that, you also have redid your education and got your certifications and diploma from within Canada.
Yeah.
See that, ladies and gentlemen? She comes with such expert qualifications in here. Awesome. Yes, Rida, I think you
It's
have
a
a
very
question for her.
famous quote that throw me towards the wolves and I will return leading the pack. That is really what a woman is, a born leader. So we have a living example here who has taken the initiative to start her own spa, and I'm very glad that we have individuals who want to start and really make a difference. Do it in a nice way. So Dr. Masood, we have women being a beauty in herself. So what is the difference between a woman's skin and a man's skin? Like how are they different?
If we compare the skin of both the genders, it's totally different. Because if we talk about women, their skin is like because of the hormones, the skin is different. It's like more, soft, it's clean, and
Smooth.
yeah, it's smooth. And if we talk about man, it's totally different. Like they have more facial hair, so the texture is rough. So the treatment, even if we talk about the skincare for both the genders, is totally different. And women's skin is more prone to acne. And like men, they don't bother about the facial hair, but we as a woman, we do care about.
We take lots of care of that.
So whenever we see like a hair on our face, it's like, oh, we should get rid of it.
It's oh my god.
Yeah. So, and if there is only one eye pimple, we are like, oh, we don't want to go out with this thing on our face. So in this way, the skin is totally different. Yeah, and if we talk about the treatment, it's also different for both the skin.
So speaking about acne, dark like circles we get under our eye and pimples. So what is the cause of that?
If you talk about acne, then it's the number one thing is the hyperactive sebaceous gland, which are responsible for the acne production. And what happens when the sebaceous gland is hyperactive and we don't keep our skin clean, so what the pores, they are clogged up, and the skin become more prone to acne. And for dark circles, it's related to different things. It's maybe because of the hormone, genetics, maybe lack of sleep, eating habits. So all these things like contribute towards all these things.
Stress too, right?
Yeah, stress too. Yeah.
Stress is one of them.
Deficiency, Dr. Masood. In ladies, we got iron deficiency,
Yes.
and we start getting these black circles.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So is there a treatment for that?
Yes. There are like couple of treatments, but the most important thing is like the diet and proper sleep. Yeah. So if we take good care of these two things, then the other treatments which are available can work properly.
I'm interested to know, as Rida was asking you about difference between men and women. So men, they have the beard, the beard skin, right? And I don't know, the hair on their body. So do men get those treatments to remove their beard hair, or men like the hair on their body?
Yes, they do.
Oh, they do.
Yeah.
And do you offer those services at your clinic as
Actually,
well?
I'm not doing any services. I'm not taking male clients at the moment.
Okay.
Right now, we are concentrating on the women only,
Females.
girls and women, because we want to provide like specialized treatments for ladies only. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice to hear. So it's ladies only. I think this is the edge, one of the edge you have. Any lady, and of course we all like to look beautiful. We all like to we want to learn to take care of our skin, and that's what Dr. Masara does. Imran, I would really like to ask this question to you, and the question is, it says Trend Sassy, laser and aesthetics. Your wife is definitely trendy. I can see she's glamorous, and of course she's very beautiful as well. But we women, of course, we like to be trendy. This name itself is a chic name. How did you happen to choose this name?
Yes, Kacy, first of all, thank you very much for actually inviting us to your very first show. And this name, actually, when we were just thinking about this business, so we thought the business should actually represent the values that we actually like to inculcate in our business or the kind of services. So idea was that we not only bring like quality treatments or services, but we also somehow like we take the lead in bringing in those advanced treatments which adds towards beauty, towards glamour. So Actually, that is how this idea came in, that we should bring in something which represent those values that we want to bring into our business. So it's just basically trend, and then like you said, trendsetters, or so it's basically the idea is to bring in those that glamour and then beauty and everything into our business.
What we hear from Imran and Dr. Musarat is that self-care is important for us, and especially for women. This brings us to the end of this segment. We will be back again after this short break, introducing Mr. Imran Hijazi and just trying to discover how he is as an entrepreneur, a different businessman, and how he's being a strong support to his partner herself. So we'll be going for the break.
Back soon.
Everybody. Thank you.
I'm at KacyC's English Excel at Canada in Brampton. I'm here to study the IELTS General Training course. It's a 5-hour intensive writing course which includes all the writing task 1 strategies and writing task 2 strategies too.
To the second segment of the KacyC show. Today I have a very internationally experienced individual, Mr. Imran Hijazi, who has an MBA in international business. So how are you, Mr. Imran?
I'm good, alhamdulillah.
So tell me about your qualifications, your MBAs, your certifications.
Yeah, first I did my master's in commerce. That was back from University of Balochistan, as I belong to Balochistan. Later I completed my MBA in international business with Columbiana University.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's how I started my banking career then, and then I was working for different banks back in Pakistan and in Middle East. In Middle East, I was associated to lastly with Mashriq Bank, where I performed as head of the business banking and also the vice president of credit risk portfolio for emerging corporates. And then we decided to actually relocate to Canada, and then we came to Canada.
Okay, so talking about your small business expertise, like your BRR, so what is that?
Actually, BRR, when we moved to Canada, so one option was that I continue with my banking career.
Okay.
But then I decided to actually switch and start something at my own, even at small level. So then I can be my own boss actually.
Okay.
So I can readjust my timings and all that. As I told you, the assignments that I have performed, those were very well paying, for no doubt, but those were also consuming my time a lot.
Yeah.
I was leaving at home at 7, and then I was reaching back home by 9 or 10 in the night when my family was all sleeping. And this was going on continually for so many years. So I decided to start something at my own, where I can actually manage my own time with my family time, especially I could spend time with my daughter Ira.
Sure.
So that's how, then I started researching in Canada, what can we do? So this is one of the things that came up, that to start something which is actually Canadian based. So now what I do is I export Canadian grains, especially lentil, pulses, chickpeas, beans. Those are all Canadian products.
Yeah.
So we buy it from here, and then we sell mainly to Middle East, Pakistan and elsewhere.
Okay.
So the idea came that products were there, so it was only that I need to see where can I sell those products. So
the import and export part.
Yeah, so then I used some of my contacts in Middle East, and I found few customers there, and that's how it started.
Okay. So talking about the small business role, we see that there's so much competition. There's so many small businesses. I mean, even yours also a small business too. Yeah. So what do you think about the the competition out there? So like, how would you see the competition and see your own business, and how does it have an edge?
Now you see, there is always a competition, but if you look at the overall Canadian economy, so we can safely say that it's mainly comprising of small businesses, small and medium businesses actually. So if we just talk about the Ontario, you see the 87% employment is generated through small businesses here. And if you talk about Saskatchewan and British Columbia, so 93% of their employment is coming from small businesses. So small businesses actually contribute a lot, and that's how they say that SMEs or small businesses are actually the engines of economic growth for any country. So there is competition, but there are opportunities also. There are a lot of opportunities.
Now, coming outside of a college or university, right, we see that we don't have a job, and it's so difficult to get a job. I mean, like Randstad being the biggest employment agency in the world, and in Canada even, of course, they have like TD Bank, they have RBC Bank, they have CIBC Bank, and I've seen that the competition was very, very tough for a fresh individual to start a job. So I mean, what is one advice would you like to give to the individuals who want to start a small business, and you don't want to do those jobs which are very tough to get in the first place, and also have to be their own boss? Like, I mean, you're your own boss.
And they're also lowly paid. Yeah, I want to mention that.
So what is one advice would you
I
like
think
to
this is very interesting and very important question that you have asked. So what my advice would be that, you see, especially in our community and many other communities, I see there is a mindset. As soon as somebody has completed high school or graduated, so they tend to get jobs. So it's a mindset.
Yeah.
So what I would say, just come out of this mindset, look on the opportunities which are around you in terms of small businesses. So somebody coming in with a good knowledge, with that energy, with that passion, if they start a small business, so they could be even offering jobs to other students or kids, after 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
So it is only a mindset. Like, there are multiple opportunities here if they just look at those things with just one laptop. So they just need to connect things. So I think we just need to come out of this mindset.
Of our own shell too. Right?
And be your own boss. It's altogether different.
And this is also very important to know that at the end of the day, you have the ownership of owning something. So you're responsible of every steps you take, every decisions you take. You have to be very careful with the small steps, and that can lead to your future outcomes too.
Very right.
So Musarrat, talking about your spa here, I have personally visited their spa, and I've felt very, very warm and friendly welcome. So thank you for making that environment, making that ambience so welcoming. So what is one thing which really attracts you, that gives you that energy that I have to keep on going with my own business, as a small business too? So what is the one thing which really keeps you going and motivating you?
The thing that when I get the satisfaction when I make people's skin beautiful, and it's really very satisfying, and it's like a big motivation for me.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I get the response from the people and how I'm making them happy,
a difference, yes,
and making a difference, it's a big force for me. Yeah.
That I should keep on going.
Yeah.
So here I have a quote here, and I'm going to read that quote. I'm a big believer in that if you focus on good skincare, you really won't need a lot of makeup. Dr. Musarrat, like Rita said, we've been into your clinic. It's the ambience is awesome, but one another awesome thing what I've noticed is the equipments, the machines which you have on there. They look really expensive, and they look like I haven't seen such in the very different clinics I've been myself. So could you just tell us more about those very machines which you have on there? And the services you provide?
You are right that those machines are really very expensive, and these are like we got the topmost machines available in the market, and I'll start with the laser. So for laser we have Light Shear Duet, which is from a company called Luminous, which is one of the topmost company in the world, and the beauty of that machine is that we have two hand pieces, and one is the normal hand piece with the chill tip, but the other one is works on vacuum, like it creates a suction, and because of that suction the treatment become comparatively like 99% pain free. So that's the beauty of that machine. Now coming towards the IPL and NDAC, it's M22, again a machine from Luminous, and it's we use this machine for like doing photofacial treatment of hyperpigmentation, acne scarring, and stretch marks. We can treat stretch marks with that as well. So the list goes on, and we can treat the fine lines and wrinkles as well. And then we have silk peel, dermal infusion, and it's a medical grade machine, and we do like it's like on its own it's a big thing, this machine, and with that machine we treat the skin in 4 steps, and we clean the skin from the dead cell, we extract all the white hairs and black hairs from the skin, and at the same time we infuse serum into the skin, which goes into the deep layer of the skin, and it works from inside, and it enhances the production of collagen, so it makes the skin like firm, young looking and healthier.
Yes.
And then we have Antimed, which is a 3D technology. It's a radio frequency machine, and we use this for the non-invasive or non-surgical face lifting, face tightening, body contouring, and cellulite treatment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's really awesome to hear. You are never old to become younger, and that's what we learned today from Dr. Mustarat and also Mr. Imran, that it's your skincare, it's bringing beauty in yourself. If you care about yourself, if you love yourself, you're gonna excel in learning about or taking the very services what Dr. Mustarat has. This brings us to the end of the second segment. We will be back again after a short break.
I'm at KacyC English Excel at Canada in Brampton. I'm here to study the IELTS General Training course. It's a 5-hour intensive writing course which includes all the writing task 1 strategies and writing task 2 strategies too.
Segment of the KacyC show. So doctor, I have seen that we women are very scared and very sensitive to go to treatments like laser and facial treatments. So I mean, what is the importance of going to a qualified doctor like you? So what is the difference? That how is it different to go to a qualified doctor or someone who just has a spa and offering like services about like less like cheaper like services. So what is the difference between you and them?
The main difference is like being a doctor, I know what I am doing.
Okay.
And and with experience, I have learned so many things, and I have done so many courses, and with that also I know how to treat different kind of skin. And the second thing is the equipments.
Okay.
It matters a lot. If you are coming to a properly trained person, or if you are going to a untrained person who has opened up a simple spa, they have like if I am talking about myself, I have a medical grade equipments. So the result I will be giving is totally different from the person who has like some non-medical grade equipments, and they don't know how to treat the people properly. And if a person is qualified enough, so they know how to treat the skins.
Like perform the activity.
Yeah,
okay.
right.
Okay. Now talking about the trust and the belief, because we are clients and we don't know what the machines are and what their functions are and what would you do with our skin, because skin is a very sensitive part of the whole body, right? So like what do you talk about, like what is the belief there? Like like if suppose like I'm going to come to you, so how can I trust you on your services?
So can I respond to this?
Sure.
Please do.
Yeah, because you see, you should trust because she is a doctor, so she understands not only the skin but overall human anatomy. So she knows how to actually relate skin problems with the overall anatomy. Secondly, she has been running a similar clinic in Dubai, so she has a lot of experience. And thirdly, the kind of equipment she has is top of the line medical grade equipment. Fourthly, the overall experience that she has working as a physician and then dermatologist and then now treating people with these machines and laser and all that. So you can develop your trust that you are in the right hands. You are going to a person who is not only qualified, very well experienced, and also has some very good top of the line medical equipment. So these are the things you normally should also check when going to someone.
So here we have seen that qualifications do really put an impact on a person's life, and we have a doctor here who has that experience with that training too. So KacyC, would you like to talk about the loyalty part now?
Yes, why not? Dr. Musarat, we were, during the break, we were talking about self-care. Skincare. Why is that so important?
Self-care actually makes us more effective and energetic. It increases our self-confidence, and if we care about ourselves, we feel good. So it spreads like a positive vibes all over the places, and with that we can control our anxiety, our anger, and it improves like if I'm confident about my skin, my relationship with the people around me will be much better than the person who does not care about the skin and self-care, and who does not feel good about him or herself. So it makes a huge difference, and if the people are getting positive vibes from me, they will also think that if they start taking care of themselves, they're about the fitness, about the skin, they can also like become good, they can become positive and more energetic and effective.
That's really very nice to hear. I've heard this term facelifting or skin peeling. What is that?
Okay. Skin peeling, I'm doing it with a medical grade machine called Silk Peel, and it's a medical grade treatment, and in that we use the first step is we remove all the dead skin from the surface of the skin, and together with that we extract all the white hairs and black hairs, and if the skin is prone to acne, then the acne bacteria. So after the extraction of all these things, when the skin is like all clean and all the channels are open, we infuse the serum into the skin, which goes into the deep layer of the skin, and it works from inside. So it makes the skin hydrated, moist, and we can see, and the person can see a glow on the skin. And this serum, while doing this, like the collagen production is enhancing, cell renewal is like as we age, the cell renewal it decreases. So it increases the regeneration process, it makes it fast, and we can see the result on the face. So it's not like a typical kind of skin peeling, like where we use chemical to peel the skin. It's like a smooth and supple kind of skin peeling that works from inside the skin. It's not like on the surface of the skin. Everything comes from inside the skin. Yeah, and
you see, one thing which after listening to Dr. Musarat is that it's just not that you've got the services, okay? It's just not that you've got that cleaning out there. It's whatever you do, there's an explanation to it. There's a scientific reason behind that. Right. And the way you were explaining, this is also you're educating us. You're educating your clients as to if you have a certain treatment like the facelifting or the skin peeling, so there's a reason behind why to do that. Yeah, that's really awesome.
So I want to tell you about this non-surgical facelifting as well. The machine which we are using, it's working. It's like a deep technology, and the heat, the radio frequency heat, it goes inside the skin, and it enhances the production of collagen. So it makes the skin tighter. So the result is instant. Like after the first treatment, you can feel that the skin is more smooth, and you can see a lift in your skin. And with the like frequent treatments, the skin becomes like tight and firm. And the good thing is we are not using any like a surgical procedure, or we are not using anything like fillers. It's like and it's not like
it's
putting
like
something
natural.
in. Yeah, it's natural.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I remember John Keats here. Truth is beauty, and beauty is truth. Dr. Musarat, at the end, what tip or advice would you like to give the women out there to really avail these services which you have in order to keep themselves beautiful?
The best tip is they should come to me. I can make them like more beautiful. Every woman is beautiful. In my opinion, every woman is beautiful in their own way. So if they come to me, I will make them more beautiful. Yeah. And once they are beautiful, they will feel more confident. Yeah.
So Rita, you were mentioning something about different brands out there. We can go to mention some, like I know girls, they want to go for Sephora, they want to go for MAC, all those kind of different brands out there, the different aesthetic clinics out there as well. And like we heard from Dr. Musarat, she's gonna make us even more beautiful than how we are. So with that branding in place, again, Dr. Musarat, coming to you, what is that very, very one thing? I know women, they spend lots of money out there in order to get those brands, and still, even for myself, I was into one of those clinics and I found out that after the laser treatment, still the hair is back. After getting all those expensive makeup things, still we didn't get that effect. So again, coming to you, what's the suggestion out there for those ladies where you advise them not to spend so much of money?
Like if they start taking good care of their skin, the requirement is for using the skin, like makeup products will decrease. So one, the women out there start taking good care of their skin, like using good skin care lines, and doing some home remedies with the skin. So it will decrease the expense. Yeah, and like I normally on my Twitter account, I give like beauty tips which are related to home remedies. So if someone want to follow these, they can follow me on Twitter, and they can get a benefit from all the tips which I normally give on Twitter account. Yeah.
That's an awesome idea here. To decrease your expenses, you need to really learn how to take care of your skin, and that is what Dr. Masarrat provides us. Here I end this segment with my Coco Chanel quote. Nature gives you the face you have at 20. It is up to you to merit the face you have at 50. So now we're going to a short break. See you again, everybody.
I'm at KacyC English Excel at Canada in Brampton. I'm here to study the IELTS General Training course. It's a 5-hour intensive writing course which includes all the writing task 1 strategies and writing task 2 strategies too.
So welcome back to the last segment of KacyC show. So Dr. Masarrat and Mr. Imran, I have seen relationships have a problem in our community and also in the society. So what is the one thing which really lacks in like the bonding part, where we don't have loyalty? I mean, where we don't have the commitment to really stick towards years and years of friendship? Because I really feel that husband and wives are friends, like more than being into a social contract or being into a marriage bond. They're more of a friends, and I think you both are living examples of that you have supported your wife throughout her life. So what's the one thing which is lacking, which you have but people don't?
I think it's a very important question. To me, you see, relationship, sincerity in relationship is the first ingredient, your loyalty to your relationship. And secondly, see, it's acceptance basically. So we have to accept our partners as they are. Like there can't be ideal situation all the time. So I am a human being. I will have some good qualities, but maybe I will have some bad qualities also, right?
Yeah.
So she is accommodating those bad qualities. She is accepting me as
you are,
as a friend, right?
Yeah.
And similarly, if she has any shortcomings, so I am giving acceptance
to those.
To those, right?
Yeah.
So this is the basic, you see, the basic ingredient that develops the kind of bond in the relationship, which is very important.
Is the foundation of what you make your house with, basically, which is trust and sincerity, which is very important for our viewers to also know that relationships are not a piece of cake. Like you have to work towards them. Like you really have to invest your time, a little bit of your of yourself, and really understand your other half. So Kacy.
Well, while listening to you, one thing came into my mind, Mr. Imran, is that you being a husband, you being qualified yourself, right? And you are the breadwinner of your home, fine. Your wife, a doctor. Why would you really allow her to do what she wants to do? Why would you give her that independence? Basically, because I've seen in a male-dominating society, men usually want their wives to stay home, cook for them, and maybe do nothing.
Very right. You see, the first thing is that I believe in women empowerment.
Awesome, hey.
And even coming from the very rural and tribal kind of a background, I feel and I believe in women empowerment. And I have always encouraged all women around me, and that includes my sisters, my cousins, my wife, and then later on my daughter. So I will
and mother as well.
And mother as well, yeah, because I believe in this thing. And secondly, see, it's not about money only. Okay, I'm the breadwinner, I'm doing whatever is required to actually support my day-to-day expenses, my normal living and all that. So it's not about money that I encourage her to start something. It is one thing that she is a doctor, she has spent so much time. So she must use those skills and qualification in actually adding value to the people's life. And this is one of the reasons, you see, if you compare what she is doing, like these similar medical grade treatments are available in high-end medical spas or derma clinics.
Yeah.
But if you compare, so she is like just charging 30 or 35% of what the actual value of those treatments are. Because you see, it's not about only making money.
Yeah, it's about really helping the
getting
people.
that satisfaction that, okay, she's adding some value to the people, their day-to-day life. So this is one. And then you see, as I said, she is qualified, so she must do something. Like she must use that qualification and skills and also contribute towards overall like betterment in society as part of the member of the community. So she has to provide something.
And I think customer service here is the key to a business, where we really need to have a nice tone of voice, really have a welcome. Because I think in like spa, that's like the one thing which we look for. That if like the doctor is like friendly, if they're listening to us, if they really know what like our needs and wants are. So Dr. Musarat has that little bit of edge from others who's really working towards you.
Well,
and
I
your
don't say
skin.
it's little bit, Rita, because she's the qualified doctor with her degrees, with her experiences, and plus reading in education here in Canada is not a piece of cake, everyone. So she's just not that diploma or certificate holder, but a doctor, a qualified doctor who's redone her certifications and diplomas as per to the Canadian standards, and she does it scientifically. Am I right, Mr. Imran? She does that very much scientifically. This is really very interesting. When I was listening to Imran is really who? Imran Hijazi. As a husband, how I see him as an educated man. Now, with his education, you're open-minded. Mr. Imran, your open-mindedness, you're thinking that your wife sitting next to you or your partner at home, she's qualified enough, and you in fact really want to help the community out there with your service. This is what we are seeing, and this is something which you're amazingly doing. And like another thing what you mentioned in here, if you go out for these services, they're far more expensive, and they're not even paying half, maybe a quarter of what they'd be paying on those expensive clinics. So that is what Dr. Musarat is providing in here with the partner support, where he himself is a liberal, he's a feminist, and Imran is giving that support to his wife, who's a doctor, to do what? To cater to the community out here, to help everybody around, and specifically like we had women who are restricted, women who are shy, women who really don't know how to take care of themselves, women who are hesitant to go out there. And of course, money is a very important part here. We don't want to spend so much on something like skincare. So this is where Dr. Musarat comes into place. She's providing those services. And one important thing is we can see a very strong bond between you couple. That is really amazing. And as we've heard that, Imran, you come out as a feminist, right? So you said that you've been a supporter of not only your wife, but almost any other woman. Yeah. How do you see qualified or career-oriented women at large?
I think when I look at especially the young generation, that is very promising. Like that gives me a hope that especially Canadian young generation, and particularly now when I see the generation in our community, so they are coming up very strong. And I have a very strong belief that they are the architects of our future in Canada in general and community in particular. I believe in that.
Wow, those are all awesome beliefs. Dr. Musarat, you wanted to say something to us. I think you missed on saying something for your trend Sassy laser. Would you like to add something, please?
I just want to say something like related to healthy skin. Like best foundation is the healthy skin. Like if you take good care of your skin, you don't need that much use of foundation and all the cosmetics. Yeah.
So you are saying that we should be taking care of our skin but not using lots of cosmetics.
Yeah, once we start taking care of our skin, we don't need like too much of cosmetics.
Oh, that sounds really awesome.
And the second thing related to Trend Sassy, our slogan is love yourself. So once you start loving yourself, then I think everything becomes beautiful around you.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think this is a show which really embraced our show by saying that love yourself. These two words really have an impact, that loving yourself and loving what you want to love comes first. So thank you for opening up a spa and really like catering our needs and wants, and thank you for really supporting her. And I think you both are a living example in our society, in our community, to really have an edge and really show the world that relationships do exist with a strong bond, and there is still something called commitment, which is a living example for Mr. Imran and Musarat.
Oh, I love hearing that. I really love hearing that. Love yourself. If you will love yourself, you need to take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself starts from your physical beauty, and that's the skin. And that is where we have Dr. Musarat here, and of course her support, her respect, her will. Dr. Musarat, I'd just like to ask this very short question very quickly. You see your husband supporting you. How do you feel?
Oh, it really feels good. Yeah. Like without him, without his support, to tell you the truth, I'm nothing.
Any message for those men out there who are not ready to support their wives?
They should start doing that, and they should see that it's a big thing. If they are supporting their wives, it will improve their relationship a lot. They will give a confidence to their wife that they are something.
And they're going to make their homes better.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Not only their homes better, KacyC, but in terms of productivity.
Yeah.
So there may be many women out there who are capable of contributing something.
Doing so much more than they're capable of.
Just
Yes.
because they're not getting support.
Yeah.
So it's not about just making money, as I said. It's about producing something and adding to the community.
Yeah.
Wow. Emma Thompson, she says, the trick is to age honestly and gracefully and make it look great so that everyone looks forward to it. In a polite society, a well-maintained skincare routine is one of life's great successes. Everyone, this brings us to the end of our show today, and we were privileged to have Dr. Musarat and Imran Hijazi, where we really learn how to take care of yourself through the services they are offering to make people beautiful. Thank you very much. See you again in our next episode with a motivational speaker, something more to talk about and to get inspired. So this is the end of the KacyC show with your lead to excel. Thank you.
So keep calm and spa on.
And
Thank
love
you.
yourself.
And love yourself.
Thank you. Love yourself.
Thank you.
everybody.